28 অক্টোবৰ 2024 আৰু আজি আমি ডিসকাস কৰিম দিস ফিউ টপিকস ফ্ৰম দ্য আসাম ট্ৰিবিউন দ্য হিন্দু আৰু দ্য ইণ্ডিয়ান এক্সপ্ৰেছ নিউজ পেপাৰ আমাৰ প্ৰথমটো টপিক হ'ল আসাম লঞ্চেছ মাল্টি হেজাৰ্ড ৰিস্ক ফাইনেন্সিং ষ্টাডি আৰু 2022ত আসাম গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট লঞ্চ কৰিছিলে আসাম ডিজাস্টাৰ মেনেজমেণ্ট প্লেন 2022 আৰু তাৰ পিছত ইন দ্য সাবসিকুৱেণ্ট ইয়াৰ ৰিপৰ্ট ৱে পাব্লিছ ৰিগাৰ্ডিং ডিজাস্টাৰ ৰিস্ক ৰিডাকশ্যন আৰু ডিজাস্টাৰ ৰিস্কৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত জেণ্ডাৰ হওক বা বেলেগ বেলেগ কেটেগৰী হওক তেওঁলোকৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ ল'বলগীয়া ইনিচিয়েটিভখিনি অ'কে আৰু আসাম গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে এতিয়া নতুনকৈ লঞ্চ কৰিছে মাল্টি হেজাৰ্ড ৰিস্ক ফাইনেন্সিং ষ্টাডি ফৰ ডিজাস্টাৰ ৰিস্ক ৰিডাকশ্যন ইন আসাম এ ষ্ট্ৰং ইনষ্টিটিউচনেল ফ্ৰেমৱৰ্ক ফৰ ফাইনেন্সিয়েল এৰেঞ্জমেণ্ট ইজ এছেঞ্চিয়েল ফৰ DRI অলছ' ডিজাস্টাৰ ৰিস্ক ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ অ'কে আৰু in this regard, a meeting was kick-started this week for multi-hazard risk financing study, commissioned under the Assam Integrated River Basin Management Program of ASEAN Development Bank (ADB) under course. Okay, the study will provide practical approach alongside comprehensive overview of disaster risk reduction, fiscal risk, budget management, public finance, private sector collaboration, etc. Yet our main components থাকিব developing a multi-hazard risk profile and a catastrophic risk model for Assam, summarizing public financial management strategies, outlining fund requirements before, during and after disasters, and devising an implementation strategy between Ministry of Finance and state, district, revenue circles, etc. তো মেইনলি আমাৰ মুদ্দাটো হ'ল ডিজাস্টাৰ ফাইনেন্স চি ইনফেক্ট 2017ৰ পৰাই UNFCCC United Nations Framework Convention for Climate Change তেওঁলোকৰ তাতে ইনছু ৰেজিলিয়েন্স ডিছকাশ্যন চলি আছিলে আপ টু 2023 যেতিয়া লঞ্চ কৰা হ'ল ফৰ ডিজাস্টাৰ ৰিস্ক মিটিগেশ্যন অ'কে ডিউ টু ক্লাইমেট চেঞ্জ নাও এইখিনি ক্ষেত্ৰত আমাৰ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব দ্য ডিফাৰেণ্ট ফাণ্ডছ আমাৰ ফাণ্ড কি আছে দ্য ফাণ্ডছ ক্ৰিয়েটেড আণ্ডাৰ ডিজাস্টাৰ মেনেজমেণ্ট এক্ট 2005 কি হয় নেশ্যনেল ডিজাস্টাৰ ৰিলিফ ফাণ্ড ইন দ্য ইভেণ্ট অফ কেলামিটি অফ চিভিয়াৰ নেচাৰ where the requirement of funds offer relief opportunities beyond the funds available in the state disaster response fund account. ইয়াৰ কাৰণে additional central assistance is provided. Okay. Next to all, state disaster relief fund. State contributes 25% of funds of SDRF and rest is provided by central government. ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে national disaster mitigation fund and the state disaster mitigation fund provided in the Disaster Management Act 2005, yet these funds had not yet been operationalized. Our 15th Finance Commission has recommended for the constitution of the NDMF or SDMF. The mitigation fund would be used for local level and community-based interventions to reduce disaster risk. Next topic to hold, ban imposed on sale of land in Barpeta, Batadrava, Than and Majuli. So 2024ত অসমৰ যিখন ল্যান্ডৰ কাৰণে এক্ট আছে আসাম ল্যান্ড এণ্ড ৰেভিনিউ ৰেগুলেশ্যন এক্ট 1886 এখন এমেণ্ড কৰা হ'ল আৰু আমাৰ ইয়াত চেপ্টাৰ 12টো ইনক্লুড কৰা হ'ল ইয়াৰে আমাৰ চেপ্টাৰ 10টো আছিলে আমাৰ ট্ৰাইবেল বেল্ট এণ্ড ব্লকৰ কাৰণে আৰু চেপ্টাৰ 12টো হ'ল হেৰিটেজ বেল্ট এণ্ড ব্লক আৰু লগতে আমাৰ মাইক্ৰ' ট্ৰাইবেল ব্লক ইনক্লুড কৰা হ'ব অ'কে আৰু আসাম গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট has declared that no new land sale permission and mutation will be allowed in the respect of land falling in Barpeta town areas in 5 kilometers periphery of Batadrava and the entire district of Majuli for a period of 45 years. আৰু এইখিনি কৰা হৈছে on the basis of recently passed Assam Land and Revenue Regulation Bill 2024 আৰু new chapter number 12. Okay. Or according to the amended act, there is bar on the sale of transfer of land within 5 km radius of iconic heritage sites that are at least 250 years old. আৰু the Revenue and the Disaster Management Department of the state government recently issued an office memorandum regarding the ban on land sale. Okay. আৰু সেইখিনি ক্ষেত্ৰত এইখিনি লিমিটেশ্যন ইয়াত অনা হ'ল দ্য নেক্সট টপিক ইজ নামাস্তে ইনিচিয়েটিভ এ নিউ ডাউন ফৰ চেনিটেশ্যন ৱৰ্কাৰ্ছ নেশ্যনেল একশ্যন ফৰ মেকানাইজড চেনিটেশ্যন ইক'চিষ্টেম ইট ৱাজ লঞ্চ বাই মিনিষ্ট্ৰী অফ ছ'চিয়েল জাষ্টিছ আৰু এম্পাৱাৰমেণ্ট এণ্ড মিনিষ্ট্ৰী অফ হাউচিং এণ্ড আৰ্বান এফেয়াৰ্ছ টু এলিমিনেট হেজাৰ্ডাছ ক্লিনিং ষ্টপ ডেটছ অফ sewer and septic tank workers, ensure safety and dignity, etc. It's a central sector scheme and the scheme has replaced the self-employment scheme for rehabilitation of manual scavengers, who was started in 2007. Coverage to be implemented in all the 4,800 plus urban local bodies. Objective: zero fatalities in sanitation work. All sanitation is performed by skilled workers. No sanitation workers in direct contact with human fecal matter. Sanitation workers are collectivized into SHG or empowered to run sanitation enterprise. All sewer and septic tank sanitation workers have access to alternative livelihood, etc. These are the benefits: health insurance under PMJ, occupational safety training, capital subsidy of 5 lakh for procurement of sanitation related vehicles, equipment, or distribution of safety devices into emergency response sanitation units. Okay. Ultimately, health insurance লগতে livelihood assistance আৰু ইনফৰমেশ্যন এডুকেশ্যন আৰু কমিউনিকেশ্যন কেম্পেইনো তেওঁলোকৰ কাৰণে কৰা হৈছে। চ' নামাস্তে ইনিচিয়েটিভ আমাৰ প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট আৰু GS1ৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট। আমাৰ নেক্সট টপিক ইজ টুৰিজিম এৱাৰ্ড। আমি প্ৰিভিয়াছলি আমি যোৱা সপ্তাহত ডিছকাছ কৰিছিলোঁ শুৱালকুছি দ্য ক্ৰাফ্ট ভিলেজ, চিয়ালচুক মিজোৰামৰ কমিউনিটি বেছড টুৰিজিমৰ কাৰণে, আলপানাগ্ৰাম ত্ৰিপুৰা কমিউনিটি বেছড টুৰিজিম, উমদেন মেঘালয় ক্ৰাফ্টৰ কাৰণে, আন্দ্ৰী মণিপুৰ হেৰিটেজৰ কাৰণে আৰু মপলং মেঘালয় হেৰিটেজৰ কাৰণে। The next topic is GST compensation cess likely to be retained beyond 2026. The GST Council set up a 3-member committee to decide on taxation of luxury seen and demerit goods once the compensation cess ends in March 2026. So GST compensation cess ki hoy levied under the section 8 of the GST Act 2017. So section 8 is important. It's a consumption based tax. The state in which the consumption of goods and safety happen would be eligible for the indirect tax revenue. After GST comes into effect, some states that are net exporters of goods and services are expected to experience a decrease in indirect tax revenue. To compensate this, the GST compensation cess was introduced. Uses all the proceeds received from the GST compensation cess will be credited to the non-electoral fund of GST compensation fund. Our fund will be utilized for compensation the tax revenue loss. Any unutilized fund in the end of transition period will be shared by the half of the central government and all the state governments. Applicable to both the supply of goods and services, intrastate supplies of goods and services, and interstate supplies of goods and services. All taxable persons under GST except taxpayer registered under GST compensation schemes expected to collect and remit GST cess. 2022 GST Council decided to extend the levy to till March 2026. Okay. So mainly prelims কাৰণে important হয়, interview কাৰণে important হ'ব পাৰে। Now land laws in India, some hard land. So there are many limitations in this article that has been discussed. যে 2013 আমাৰ লাৰ land rehabilitation একখনে হওক বা আগৰ একখিনি হওক, there are many limitations. আৰু it has failed to address the legal complexities due to unclear titles, insecure tenure, etc. তো মাটিৰ যিখিনি ল আছে সেইখিনি কমপ্লেক্সিটি বহুত বেছি আছে। অ'কে, কাৰ নামত নাম জাৰি হ'ব, etc. There are many ambiguities. There are many outdated records and ineffectiveness of the fragmented land markets. লগতে limited impact on tenancy and leasing levies. লগতে there is over reliance on the administrative procedure, okay, which hinder land ownership, transfer, etc. and political exemptions from judicial review. What can be done? Comprehensive land reforms. 2024 মাৰ্চ মাহত আমাৰ ইনফেক্ট প্ৰপাৰ্টি ৰাইটছৰ ওপৰত এটা জাজমেণ্টটো আমাৰ এটা আহি গৈছিলে, কলকাতা মিউনিচিপালিটি কৰ্পৰেশ্যন জাজমেণ্ট, য'ত 7টা আমাৰ ৰাইটছৰ কথা কোৱা হৈছে। টেনেন্সি এণ্ড লিজিং ৰিফৰ্মছ, লেণ্ড ইউজ ফ্লেক্সিবিলিটি, লেণ্ড কনচলিডেট পলিচিজ, জেণ্ডাৰ ইকুৱালিটি আৰু জুডিচিয়েল অভাৰচাইট। আমাৰ নেক্সট টপিকটো হ'ল লোকায়ুক্তা। Lokayukta is the Indian parliamentary ombudsman executed into power through and for each of the state governments in India. It's an anti-corruption authority. Objective is to make investigation of grievance allegations against public servants. The origin of the Lokayukta can be drawn from the Scandinavian countries. The ARC, the first ARC or Administrative Reform Commission, had recommended the creation of Lokpal at the central Lokayukta in the states. Okay. Before the passing of Lokpal Lokayukta Act 2013, several Indian states already passed law for Lokayukta. For example, Assam. Assam কেতিয়া পাছ কৰিছে 1985 Tenure কি হয়, in the most states the term is fixed for 5 years. duration আৰু maximum 65 years of age, not eligible for reappointment. The Assam Lokayukta and Lokayukta 1985 was passed by Assam government to improve accountability in the office and address corruption. ইয়াতে মেইন স্কোপটো মেইন ফিচাৰ আছিলে এটা হ'ল স্কোপ এণ্টায়াৰ ষ্টেট অফ আছাম public servants posted outside the state is concerned with Assam affairs also included. Complaints allows citizens to file complaints and grievances against public servants, ministers, legislators, and other public officials. Investigation. Lokayukta give the power to investigate complaints, including the power to power to require public servants or other people to provide information, requisition of public records, issue commission to examine witness, etc. আৰু 1997 আৰু 1989 এমেণ্ড কৰা হৈছে. দ্য ফাৰ্ষ্ট লোকায়ুক্ত আছাম ৱাজ জাষ্টিছ টি চি দাস. প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়. দ্য নেক্সট টপিক ইজ দ্য চাইনা চক. হোৱাট ইজ চাইনা চক? ইট ৰেফাৰ্ছ টু দ্য ফ্লাডিং অফ ল' কষ্ট চাইনিজ গুডছ ইন দ্য গ্ল'বেল মাৰ্কেট. চাইনা চক 1.0. দ্য এণ্ট্ৰি অফ চাইনা ইন WTO led to flooding of low cost Chinese goods, causing job losses in US and other countries including India. Okay. Next is China's exports has surged post-COVID despite a global slowdown. The International Monetary Fund has noticed that China's share of global exports has increased by 1.5% points, whereas other economies have seen declines. So this is the China's increase. Okay. Now US has imposed tariffs on Chinese imports, including 100% duty on EV as a part to counter influx of Chinese goods. That is the China Shock 2.0. Now impact of India, the growing imports. Despite restriction, India import বহুত বাঢ়ি গৈছে and already crossed 100 billion in 2024. Solar sector dominance by the Chinese companies, steel industry pressure and electronics also. Measures, anti-dumping duties, renewable energy push, strengthening local supply, etc. তো ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে লঞ্চ কৰিছে মেক ইন ইণ্ডিয়া ইনিচিয়েটিভ, প্ৰডাকশ্যন লিংক ইনচেণ্টিভ, নেশ্যনেল ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ পাইপলাইন, আত্মনিৰ্ভৰ ভাৰত, ইজ অফ ডুইং বিজনেছ ৰিফৰ্ম, এটচেট্ৰা. The next topic is T+0 settlement. So stock exchanges have decided to delay the implementation of the T+0 or same-day settlement for institutional clients, which was set to start on September 30. T+0 was introduced for retail clients in 25 securities as a beta version in March this year. Now T+0 settlement refers to the same-day settlement or trades where both funds and securities are exchanged on the same day. T+1 মানে হ'ল the next day. It was introduced in 2021. Key issue? FPI or foreign portfolio investors are registering T+0 due to pre-funding requirements and the systems are not fully ready for the seamless adoption. Significance, faster settlements, efficiency of retail investors, and improved accuracy. Next topic is very important, is Russia's geopolitical pivot to Asia. Now Russia's foreign policy shift pivot to East. In the response of Western sanction, Russia has prioritized in relation with Asia, mainly China and India. The pivot to East strategy signifies a major departure from Russia's traditional Euro-Atlantic focus. And according to 2023 revision of Russia's foreign policy, the Asia-Pacific region has ascended from 7th place to 4th place in their trade. ইয়াৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত ৰাছিয়াৰ কিছুমান চেলেঞ্জেছ আছে, যেনেকৈ ইণ্ডিয়া এণ্ড চাইনা ইজ এ পাৰ্টনাৰ. In fact, Russia perceives groupings such as Quad, AUKUS as Asian equivalents of NATO. Now, Russia and China relation. Russia's deepening ties with China have become central to the Indo-Pacific strategy, particularly as both the nations shared a common dissatisfaction with the US. Okay, in the recent times, Russia and China they are becoming close. ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে the Russia North Korea renew a new strategic frontier. মস্কোৰ এতিয়া নতুনকৈ এংগেজমেণ্ট আৰম্ভ কৰিছে with North Korea, marks a significant shift in the Indo-Pacific strategy. Okay, and they signed a comprehensive strategic partnership treaty. ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে ইণ্ডিয়া ৰাছিয়াৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত the Russia-India relationship, also known as the Special and Privileged Strategic Partnership, is cornerstone of the Moscow's India-Pacific strategy. Russia and India trade আগৰ পৰাই বহুত strong and it has surged to 65 billion in 2023. Okay, Russia became India's largest oil supplier during the last 2-3 years. While Russia-India partnership remains robust, it is increasingly constrained by India's growing ties with the USA. Now, next is de-hyphenation of Indo-Pacific, balancing China and India. Russia, as they start the Asia pivot, or Asia-Pacific, by Indo-Pacific region or telco diplomacy, they have de-hyphened China and India. Okay, And the rivalry with India and China, particularly the border dispute and strategic competition, complicates Russia's effort to maintain the equilibrium. That despite the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict and the likelihood of the long-term Western sanctions, Russia's pivot to East is set to become the defining future of the foreign policy. আৰু ৰাছিয়াৰ জিঅ'পলিটিকেল এছিয়া পাইভটৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত why Russia shift its focus from Europe to Asia? Because Russia cut ties with Europe in 2022, turning its focus to Asian countries, mainly China and India, due to vulnerability to external political and financial shocks. Okay, and Ukraine conflict. How did India-Russia trade develop? By June 2022, their trade was 3.5 billion. By May, it is 7.5 billion. Target is to reach 100 billion by 2030. And Russia has recently become the India's fourth largest trading partner. Fertilizer, sunflower oil, etc. Challenges: economic contemporaneity, sanctions and payment issue, technology and innovation gaps, or education and research. Then Prelims Factual. NAMASTE team successfully scales 𝐓𝐨𝐢𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 Okay. So National Institute of Mountaineering and Adventure Sports, NAMASTE, has successfully scaled the unnamed peak in the 𝐵𝐺𝐻 range of Arunachal Pradesh. Prelims kind of important hoy. Okay, it was a very challenging. Aru 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 peak is on the order of His Holiness 6th Dalai Lama Rinzhen Qiangsu Gyatso. Okay, aru he was born to indigenous Monta family of the Tawang district. So prelims kind of important hoy. যে ক'ত আছে ৰেঞ্জ টু 𝐵𝐺𝐻 range, ক'ত আছে etc. Next to Borderley Trophy to be held with a new format, or in the new format, the 70th edition, here 35খন districtৰ সকলোবোৰ team থাকিব, and later in the final round there will be 16 teams. Okay. Now Oscar winning British actor Maggie Smith died at the age of 89. So this was all about 28th September current affairs. We will again meet tomorrow. Thank you.